US woman search for K-drama boyfriend, expecting the streets to be filled with K-pop idol lookalikes. Imagine this. You've spent years binge-watching K-dramas, swooning over dreamy Cheeble heirs, mysterious bad boys, and soft-spoken coffee shop owners who just happen to look like runway models. You finally save up, book a flight to Seoul, and step off the plane, expecting to be greeted by an army of K-pop idols casually strolling down the street. And then, reality slaps you in the face. Instead of perfectly styled men with jawlines sharp enough to cut glass, you see ordinary human beings. Office workers rushing to catch the subway, students buried in their books, uncles in baseball caps grabbing coffee. Where are the tortured K-drama CEOs? The cold but secretly romantic shables? The oppa of your dreams? This, my friends, is exactly what happened to one American woman who embarked on a journey to find her K-drama boyfriend, only to be horrifically disappointed by the fact that, shocker, South Korea is a real place with real people. She took to social media, filming the innocent citizens of Seoul and dramatically lamenting her catfish experience. Because apparently, if you're not BTS level attractive, you don't deserve to exist. Let's dive into the viral moment that had the internet both laughing and cringing, because let's be honest, this is a masterclass in unrealistic expectations. This is our too much watching K-drama lady. Look at how disrespectful this woman is. She is filming men on the street who have no idea that their faces will be used as content to insult their faces. And of course, this intelligent woman had to ask, "What's going on?" "Nothing going on, ma'am. It's just normal guys who aren't celebrities, so they don't have to follow the beauty standards and the dramas you watch and fetishize." And even more disgusting, this woman openly commented and pointed her camera at a man passing next to her. Imagine if the situation was reversed and the man was filming you. I'm sure you'd have reported the police or made it a TikTok content for the sake of going viral.
We've been catfished.
Ma'am, please, you weren't catfished. You just watched too much television.
It's very disturbing. I wish to leave immediately.
Oh, you wish to leave immediately? How utterly devastating for you. Someone please roll out the emergency exit carpet and escort this poor soul back to the fantasy land she clearly thought she booked a ticket to. Oh, but let's take it one step further. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if, as soon as she stepped off the plane, a group of men took one long, disappointed look at her and sighed, "Oh no, she doesn't look like Megan Fox. This is deeply upsetting. We've been deceived. This is disturbing. I wish to leave immediately." Devastating, right? Absolutely soul-crushing to be judged solely on unrealistic beauty standards set by movies and pop culture. And yet, here we are. Because, brace yourself, not every woman has Megan Fox's beauty, just like not every man in Korea has a jawline sculpted by the gods. Crazy concept, I know, but plot twist. People come in all shapes, sizes, and looks, regardless of what your favorite TV show has led you to believe. Now let's take a look at the fetish phenomenon of Korean men, a modern cultural phenomenon that has taken the internet by storm, thanks to the deadliest duo known to mankind, K-dramas and K-pop. For years, millions of women around the world have been hypnotized by a very specific fantasy, one where every Korean man is a 6'2", emotionally unavailable Cheeble heir with piercing eyes, flawless skin, and an effortlessly tousled haircut that somehow never moves, no matter how many times he runs his hand through it. And let's not forget the personality traits. Cold and mysterious, but secretly has a heart of gold. Rich, but hates his family's money. Emotionally distant until one life-changing moment where he suddenly becomes the most romantic man alive. Possesses the ability to grab your wrist at just the right angle, to make it look romantic, not like a red flag. Willing to walk 27 miles in the pouring rain to confess his feelings, despite the fact that he owns a $200,000 sports car. And this is where the problem begins. Because for some women, the line between fiction and reality gets a little blurry. K-dramas and K-pop have set up a perfect storm of fantasy. Every male lead is meticulously styled to look like an ethereal dreamboat. Flawless skin, sharp jawline, a wardrobe curated by stylists, and just the right amount of emotional damage to make him irresistible. And K-pop? Oh, don't even get me started. These men are practically engineered to be perfect, trained for years to dance, sing, and smolder at the camera in a way that makes fans believe they're the one. And before you know it, the illusion is set. All Korean men must look, act, and behave exactly like this. Suddenly, Seoul isn't just a city. It's a romantic wonderland, where every man walking down the street is one longing gaze away from pulling you into an angsty, slow motion love story. Reality? Pfft. Who needs reality when your brain has been rewired to believe that the barista handing you a latte is actually a misunderstood second male lead waiting for his redemption arc? Except he's just a guy working a shift who probably doesn't have time for your destiny-driven fantasies. And this is where things get awkward. Because when reality doesn't match the expectation, instead of reassessing the fantasy, some people, like our dear disappointed traveler, decide that reality must be broken. Like, ma'am, please, just because every man in Korea isn't Jungkook doesn't mean the country has catfished you. It just means you believed a literal scripted performance was real life. Now, let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to Korean men, but fetishizing them, that's when things take a turn into Cringeville. Because guess what? Korean men are real people with different looks, personalities, and shocking, I know, they don't exist just to fulfill your K-drama dreams. So, let's all take a deep breath and remember. Enjoy your K-dramas, swoon over your biases, but maybe, just maybe, don't assume that an entire population exists solely to fit your romanticized fantasy. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you've been catfished by is your own imagination.